You guys know that love, romantic love specifically, is one of my favorite topics. I love poetry and love books and love songs. I just love it. So today I'm going to read this list to you. It says the signs as types of romantic love. And I want to see if these make sense to me, because we've been talking about the signs for 1,000 years now. So let's see if these make sense. My name is QueenAusetHeru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. Just a moment. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to anybody and everybody who will like it too. Please drop us a positive comment in the comment section. Let me see. And if you want to get a reading done, look underneath this video. You will find all of my information. You will find my Patreon information. You will find my Ask an Aquarius merchandise. You'll find my Amazon wish list. You'll find my PayPal and my Cashapp if you want to give a donation to the channel or a birthday gift. My birthday is February 13th. Hey, Aquarius season. Yeah, so all of that is underneath this video. So let's take a look and see the signs as types of romantic love. Now, as always, I'm going to start with Pisces. I always go backwards. So I'm going to start with Pisces. Pisces says love that started out as a mutual, fawning, daydreaming crush. That sounds just like Pisces. The whimsical nature, the mutual nature, I like that. The daydreaming nature, very Pisces. I like that. Aquarius, love that opens up your mind and your personality. That is very Aquarius. I was going to say love that started as friendship. That's the first thing that came to my mind. But this makes sense too, because Aquarius is an intellectual sign, and we fall in love by seducing our minds. We also are individuals. We have a lot of personality, and we tend to encourage that in other people. So it makes sense. Capricorn, love that makes you feel important. Wow. Okay. All right. I mean, I know I'm trying to think of Capricorns that I love and do I feel important. Sometimes. Depends on the Capricorn. Yeah, I can say that. Sagittarius, being in love with someone who inspires you about life and the world around you. This makes sense for Sagittarius. Sagittarius like to travel. They like foreign things sometimes, or just being in their own environment and moving around it. They like to be inspired too. They're often inspired by foreign things, by unusual things, by learning things. So that makes sense. Scorpio, love that began as deep intrigue. I would say deep obsession. But okay, tomato, tomato. I'll give you that for Scorpio. Libra, love that involves lots of doting and adoration. Yeah, that's how they are. And when they're balanced and they're in a good vibration, it's nothing like a Libra. I tell you. Yeah, doting, adoring. Yeah, definitely. That's why I put up with them. That's exactly why you have seen me with so many Libras over the years, because they have that adoring, admiring, doting, kind of energy. Even Libras I fell out with were like that, Virgo. Virgo gives love that helps you self-improve, and vice versa. I agree with this. Virgos are very much like this, because Virgos notice every little nitpick, they notice every little piece. The other day I was watching the interview with Cat Williams on Club Shay Shay. I did a reading on that, by the way. That was very interesting. And Cat Williams is a Virgo with an Aquarius moon. And he said that he would compare himself to other comedians. And the way that he did that when he first started is who got more laughs. So he would keep comparing himself to the person that was getting the most laughs and trying to be better than that person. And that's how he honed his craft. And that's why he's so good now. I mean, he's phenomenal. And a lot of it had to do with that competition, watching others, studying others, working on jokes, things like that. But I did notice he talked about self-improvement and how he improved himself and then encourages that with other people. So that makes perfect sense. Leo, love where you strongly admire your partner. You want to be more like them in a positive way. Leo's got to tell me about that one. Anybody that knows Leos, tell me about that. Because I do know, I have 2 good friends that are Leos and I do admire them. Yeah, I could say that, definitely. Is that the, let me see. I would say, yeah. Let me know about that one. That one is one that I would say yes to, but I definitely want to know more about. Cancer, the type of love where you deeply desire to care for the other person. Cancers do deeply desire to care for you. And the cancers that I'm cool with, not all of them, but the ones I'm really close to, are very mothering towards me, especially my good buddy LD. I think about her all the time because she always treats me like she's a big sister, and that is that Cancer energy. So I'll give you that, definitely. Mostly Cancer women, I get that vibe from. I don't really get that vibe much from the men, but you guys can let me know, do you have Cancer men in your life that have been nurturing? All right, let me see. Gemini. Gemini has a childlike, exuberant love. I can see that. In the childlike part, especially because it doesn't feel mature. The Geminis that I've been around, their love didn't feel mature at all. And childlike is not a bad thing, but I think it needs to evolve as you go forward. But the exuberant part, I really do like. It's more of an enthusiastic kind of love. I like that. Taurus, soft, sweet love. Okay. Okay, I can see that. See, the Taurus that I had, she was soft and sweet. I'll give her that. But she was bipolar. So sometimes she wasn't, But I guess if we didn't have that issue, she probably would have been soft and sweet more often. So I'll give them that. And lastly is Aries. Aries has fierce and passionate love. I can agree with that. Yes, I did. I did date an Aries. I was going to say I never have, but I have. And it was passionate. It was fierce. I'll give it that. Yeah. I'll give Aries that. Good. All right, so that was a good list. Okay. These lists have gotten better and better online, man. Because when I first started looking at lists, they wasn't so good. They wasn't. They're getting better and better. 818 Dimples is our first positive comment. Hey, sweetie. 818 Dimples said, QueenAusetHeru, I had a cousin named Benny, and his birthday was 2/19. His personality was 100% Aquarius, no Pisces at all. You know something? Your cousin is born on what we would call the cusp. It's really no such thing as a cusp. It just basically means where 2 signs meet. So Aquarius meets Pisces, Capricorn meets Aquarius, Pisces meets Aries. It's where the 2 signs meet. One sign ends and one sign begins. People who have a tendency to be in that area have a tendency to take on some of the traits from the sign before them. So it makes sense that your cousin is like that. I see this with a lot of people, and that's why they call it a cusp. But astrologers hate the term sometimes because there's really no such thing as a cusp. Either you're one sign or the other. If you have your date of birth, your time of birth, and your place of birth, they can tell you your exact sign down to the degree. The computer program now is, easy to use. You type all that information in and they will tell you what you are. You're either a Capricorn or Aquarius. There is no in between. That's why the astrologers don't like the term cusp. Because of that, you're one or the other. But because the energies overlap, cusp makes sense, So many of us are like, yeah, we get it, but it makes sense. And like you said, with your cousin Benny seems Aquarius more so than he seems Pisces. And that's because he's in that cusping kind of energy. Now, he also might have some things going on with his chart too, because what's his moon sign? What's his rising sign? Where's his Venus? All of those things are important to a person. You cannot just look at a person's sun sign. You have to look at their big 3, which is sun, moon, rising, and preferably the whole chart. If you can get somebody's natal chart, that's going to give you the best snapshot of who that person is. If somebody tells me, oh hi, I'm an Aquarius, I still want more information, you know. So yeah, if you can get more information, that's always the best. But Dimples, that's why your cousin acts like that. And I would love to know the rest of his chart. Most people don't know that information though, so it's not always readily accessible. I am an Aquarius sun, a Sagittarius moon, and an Aquarius rising sign. And I have other placements in Aquarius. So basically, I'm going to be very Aquarius with, with a hot ass temper, basically is what that is. So yeah, if you can get the person's whole chart, that is so helpful. Jennifer's 7922. Hey Jennifer. Jennifer said, wow, thank you. This reading started off well for them, but then took a fast nosedive. Laugh out loud. Maybe she still is holding on to resentment from when he first broke up with her. She's talking about the video I did about Bennifer, Ben Affleck and J-Lo. Yeah, it started off good, but it didn't stay that way. It didn't stay that way at all. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. And Jennifer, I think you're right. I think she is still holding on to resentment because we don't know what happened. All we know is they broke up. It was a lot of rumors. And then many years later, they got back together. That's all we really know, you know. Most of these celebrities, we don't really know what's going on in their lives. We think we do, but we really don't. So she probably is holding on to resentment from the past. And she might even be remember, J-Lo's had a lot of relationships. So the average person who's had a lot of relationships doesn't always heal from all those multiple disappointments. Maybe she's just holding on to disappointments all the way back, you know. But I'm rooting for them. They were not completely done, so I'm rooting for them. Maybe they can turn things back around. I love to see a good success story, and hopefully they will be one. All right guys, it's time for me to get going. I got to do one more video. So check out this video that's right here on your screen. And please come back soon because I got a lot more to say. See you later.